everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Katie Moonchild channel. I'm Katie. I would like to introduce my guests, and I know I'm going to point the. Oh, I did it on the first try.
Yay!
It's hard.
Shining Hawk Healing. This is Tony. Down below, over here. This is Sienna Rose, Metaphysical.
Hi.
And Sonia Rain. We gotta get the corner thing going on.
No, it's this
Sonia
way.
Rain Lee from SoniaRainLee.com, Sonia Rain Lee channel, and she's also got the Soul Sisters channel. So, welcome, ladies, and welcome everyone in the chat. Oh my goodness! Wow, Kaylee. Sorry, she's like my adopted granddaughter. I'm so happy to see you, sweet love. Yay. Oh my goodness. Now I got goosebumps. We're here to talk about flow. I'm sure that you guys in there, in the chat also, have questions on what your concept of flow is. Because it's it's such a basic concept that it's all a little different to each one of us.
Mm-hmm.
So we just thought we would have an open discussion what it is to us and see what you guys had for questions. So
Katie, before we jump in, we do have to say something very special because it's a special show. Everyone, it is Katie's birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, 1:15 this afternoon.
Oh, yay.
Happy
I'll spare you all my singing. You know, I normally love to sing happy birthday, but
and now we can sing it without worrying about copyrights.
No,
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Because it's in the public domain finally.
That's crazy.
I know, right?
Oh,
It's one of the oldest songs in the book.
Yeah.
it's so good to see everybody here. My goodness.
Ron's like, sing it, Sonia.
I'm looking at Janet P. Janet P was my first live stream and my first subscriber.
Oh.
She just like jumped on it. I was like, hi. I was like live, not expecting anybody, Whoa, hi there. I love it. So yes,
If you want to sing, Sonia, I'll try to harmonize with you a little bit.
Okay. Well, I do the Stevie Wonder version.
Oh.
So.
I don't know if that one's free.
I don't know that one's in the
I don't
public
think
domain
that one's
yet.
free.
Well, we always
He's
sing
still
it.
alive, you know.
Yeah.
You know how copyright works, right?
Yeah, well, the thing is, we've sang it before, but I think it's, when you're monetized, which we are not. So
This definitely.
then
I
that's
don't
when
ever
it really
plan on
applies to
monetizing.
you. Yeah.
I'm not planning on it.
So happy
get away with it.
birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday, happy birthday, Katie. Happy birthday to
You guys are
ya.
sweet. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
That's fun.
Yeah. I figured, I couldn't think of any better people to spend my birthday with, and the people I'm with almost all day, every day anyway.
Aw.
In the chat and then, watching you guys. And yeah, you're all my family. So since I don't have any family, you're I have 3 words for this year: family, dignity, and integrity.
Beautiful.
And if I can achieve all 3 of those, this is a good year.
Yeah. It may not be blood family, DNA family, but I guess we are kind of all still connected DNA wise.
Yes.
But we are all in the collective of your birthday, your day. We were all there for you, and we're here for you now. So happy birthday, my
And
friend.
thank you. And I feel the love. Whew. Goosebumps. I've been feeling it all day. I've been like dancing. My back, I couldn't hardly walk yesterday. And I've been wiggling my hips and dancing all day.
Beautiful.
Might as
So,
well.
hey, my back feels better now. Yeah, it's like Reiki treatment, Reiki treatment, Reiki treatment. But didn't Mercury retrograde end
Yes.
today?
Did it? Yeah. Well, that's
Mhm.
good.
So I'm
Thank
thinking that's
God.
what was the cause.
That was a doozy.
Yes.
That was a
Oh,
doozy this go
that was
around.
a tough
It
one.
was.
Mm.
Mhm.
I'm really bad with electronics anyway, but this is, I mean, I was shocking everything and nothing was working right and the cameras were all blown out and this wasn't working and this.
Yeah, my camera dies right at the end of the stream. You know.
Yeah, I got you there. I
Yeah.
somehow flagged like 300 emails.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I didn't know
Wow.
why. So then I have to go through all of them and unflag them. I just went, okay. If I need to look for something, I'll look for it. I
Right.
won't forget it. It's going to stay that way.
What did that
Well, I got
happen?
kicked out of one of my live streams. So
Oh.
right in the middle and
Oh,
just like boop, kicked me right out. And I'm like, okay.
and it wasn't on Instagram?
No. Right.
Oh my goodness. I need to
Crazy.
say hi to people in the chat. Hello, Ron. Hi, Rachel.
Hey, Ron.
Hi, Muscle Grower. Renee, Tarot Love Community. Hello, sweet sister friend. And Heather, Indigo Chrysalis. Wow. Lisa! Hi, Lisa. Sister Lisa Smith is here.
Lisa.
I like it.
Lisa
You come in
Rock
as
here already.
you. She's come in as her, not as her channel.
Oh, she did. Look at that.
Yeah. Hoo-hoo. I feel special. Okay, so
Wow.
flow. Oh, you didn't, Rachel, you did not forget it was my birthday. She bought me the have you guys seen the Food Fortune tarot cards?
I don't think so.
No, I
Oh
haven't.
my god, they're funny. Let me find them. They're up here in my tarot card stack somewhere. Oh, I think they're way up there. Anyway, they're designed to help you decide what you want to have for dinner.
Wow.
Things like the Fool card is a fried egg.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
They're hilarious. That's what she got me for my birthday. So
It takes all the guesswork out of it.
Right?
yeah,
no
it's like,
kidding.
and the book inside looks like a menu, and they come in categories. This is what's funny. The entrees are called trumps. I kid you not.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Then
The
you've got
major arcana.
sides, and then you've got desserts, and you've got beverages. I mean, you've got all the four,
Yeah.
and the major arcana are the trumps.
That's funny.
So it's hilarious. It's funny. I've been looking for, tarot cards and stuff that make people giggle and make people laugh. Because when Spirit told me to do this, they were like, your channel needs to uplift people. They're going to need it.
Very fun.
Well, we do need it.
So,
We do.
you guys
We
have any I can kind of tell you a little bit to get us started of what I think. Yeah, they are funny, Rachel. It's just as those cards are freaking funny. Hi, Michelle, my belle. Yeah, as far as flow, you guys have been hearing, since the 1960s, my God, get in the flow, stay in the flow. What the hell is flow? Anybody got any ideas?
Flow for me is because with Reiki, you are very in tune with energy. So energy flowing in different directions, energy flowing. You try to get everything flowing in the same direction. You try to get everything balanced and flowing in the same direction. But not every time you work on somebody, you feel that you can, if they have blockages, you can feel where the flow is stagnant, where it's been stagnated. And that often has to do with trauma or depression, or I mean, it could be a physical ailment, yes, but our emotions and our feelings have a lot to do with flow as well. When I decided, my husband and I decided to move to California, it was all about crossing the Great Stream, because we lived in New York at the time. So it was about crossing the Great Stream. And the Great Stream for me is consciousness, and the flow of that is also comes into play when you're doing Reiki too.
Yeah.
So for me, that's what flow is, kind of. That's like the short version of flow.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go on and on and on about it, but I'll let somebody else.
Lisa, I love it. Lisa says flow is my energetic groove.
There you go. I like that.
I feel flow. Yeah, I gotta learn. You can highlight these. Whoo! I feel flow when I'm around other positive people too, like here with you all. Oh, we love you. Thank you.
I do want to add on to what Tony was saying about flow and how it pertains to Reiki. It's actually not just Reiki. You can get into a state of flow in your regular life. The thing I notice about it is it's not something you really have to control. It's something you just have to allow.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It's a lot easier than we think it is.
Yeah.
And it's a lot harder to.
Yeah.
It's funny how it's like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, being in flow for me is definitely, with both these ladies shared about Reiki and the energy of it all, but it's also a mindset, right?
Yes.
Because what we put our mind to is what we experience. So if you're not feeling yourself in alignment with mind, body, and spirit, that's going to create some type of tension or some type of resistance. So allowing yourself to be aligned, not necessarily also with energy, but what we're thinking about, what we're feeding ourselves, what we're experiencing in life. You want to bring those aspects into your life that makes you feel good. Those are aspects of flow as well that help to put you in that state. So that's key as well.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
That's
like
so
the
good.
hour before we were starting. As I was getting ready and dancing around, I'm listening, rock music and stuff, having a great old time because my vibes are getting higher and higher and higher. And then I knew I was going to need to rein it in a little bit, So I put on Native American flute, drumming, and here I am. It's just like, okay, vibes are still really high, but they're focused.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was playing my flute today too, because it's just so calming. So calming.
I bought
Love it.
myself a kalimba. Do you know what those
I
are?
have one of those.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how to
I
play.
just love the sound. I can't play it, but I'm just.
That's me. I don't know how to
they
play
make such a
anything
pretty
on
sound.
it, but the sound's just right over here. I will just sit and go ding 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 on it, and
they sound so cool.
you can actually feel the vibration starting to flow through your body from your fingers. They're so cool.
Yeah.
Well, any kind
And
of
they aren't very
music puts you
expensive
into a flow, right? Like
Oh,
you just said
absolutely.
before you came on here, you were vibing and feeling, and it just gets the body moving. You feel good about what you're hearing, or if you're playing it yourself, whatever the case is, that's another form of beautiful flow.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. When you feel like you're in flow, what do you feel? Do you feel like you're like a high when you're in the flow of energy, or does it make you feel really totally secure? Because that's how I feel when I feel like I'm vibing, I'm in the flow and things are grooving, and that is the best feeling in the world for me. But there are some people who don't trust that flow. They don't trust that feeling of allowing things to just be the way they are, and just allow the sort of the metaphorical river just take you where you're supposed to go. People fight that, and they grab onto the bank, and they grab onto trees and branches and all this other stuff, and they fight it so hard.
The
Yeah.
resistance is so much
Resistance is
work.
huge. And you gave me, Tony, this idea of someone shared with me. It's like you're in a boat, right, on that stream, and you're paddling and you're going against the current, and you're just struggling and struggling and struggling. And then finally, Spirit, says to you, just let go of the oars. Just let go. And it's like you let go and the boat turns around and it just flows.
Yes.
So, and it's just as simple as that. If we just let go of the oars and trust, right? Because that's the big thing. That's where the resistance comes in. People are not wanting to trust. They're scared to trust. And but you just go with the, everyone loves to hear me. I say all the time, let it go and let it flow.
Yep.
Let go and let it flow.
Yeah, and it's control. I mean, because I'm a Taurus. I'm a control freak. Ooh, hold on to that. I have to have control over that. So yeah, you have to always put myself in check, because I always want to control the situation. I hear myself going, "Wait a minute."
Yeah.
Oh yes, Rachel. Good question. Good question. I've noticed lately when I meditate that I feel a kind of collective energy. Is that flow?
Is that the flow or a form of flow?
Yeah.
Definitely a form of flow.
Yeah.
Yes.
We talk about, and she and I talk a lot about spirit versus the spirit and the difference. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, but yes, definitely when you're meditating and you're feeling that energy that's flowing through you, around you, going up and down your chakras, out your head, out your hands. Hello, flow.
Yeah. Surrender.
Exactly.
That's a challenge for so many, is to just surrender and trust. And
just breathe.
I'm like you, Tony, too. I'm a little bit of a control freak. And I think that's where my struggle has been in my spiritual journey, because of the fact that I'm also an event planner. So, that's my day job. So, I got to dot the I's and cross the T's. And that's not what you do with spirituality, right? It's just, you just kind of let go and surrender. And so
yeah,
I understand that resistance.
Yeah, I was in catering for years. So
okay.
That, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I was a computer programmer.
Oh, well, there you go. Yes. Yes. When you have things in your life that make you, pay attention and focus, we get so aligned with that, and it's challenging to deprogram all of that so we can be in that state of flow. This is why I love it so much with, creatives, and we all are creative in some way, but those that are truly in their creativity, artists and musicians, and it's they go with, that's their life. They go with the flow, and I love that.
Yeah, I was watching an interview with Dave Grohl, from the Foo Fighters, and he was talking about, someone asked him, the guy that was interviewing him, I forget who it was, asked him, when did you know that you wanted to be a musician, and what did your parents think when you told them? He says, I always knew. My parents were musicians. They encouraged me. And he says, I can't imagine my life without music of any kind in it. Some kind. I couldn't breathe without music.
Yeah.
So there's your creativity. He just lives in that. And so he's immersed in his flow.
Yeah.
We see in a lot of oracle cards too. I'm thinking I believe it's Shamanic Dreams by Colette Baron Reed. There's a card that is a woman in the water like this. And she's looking up to the light outside the water. And all I can think of is she's in the flow. She dove in completely.
Well, Katie and Sienna, you can both relay. You both are artists, because we got to see some of your work before then. And how does that feel when you're in your art, like that state of flow? How does that feel for you?
Yeah, sometimes it's really nice. Like you guys are talking about, some people maybe experience a high, some people it's just a really calm sense of security. I kind of just get into the state of like calm joy when I'm painting and really into it. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like I lose the track of time, and
Mhm.
it's like, oh, what was I thinking about just a minute ago? Oh, I'm already done painting this part. I just started, It's just I stopped thinking about doing it and I just do. I stopped
Yeah.
thinking about how it looks. I just kind of exist as, in this moment I'm painting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
in that moment, there's no time.
Mhm.
Right.
You're in time and you're out of time at the same time because
Yeah. It's just being
you,
in one present
Yeah.
moment. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's
I
like
get bored easy. So I come up with really inexpensive crafts to come up with. That's that's a composition book, from school,
yeah,
Oh,
Okay.
beautiful.
Oh yeah.
cool.
and a napkin and a paper doily that
Oh,
you
okay. I
just
see it.
Oh,
put
look at that.
fruit on,
I knew.
and a
Yeah.
ribbon that came in a bouquet.
Hmm.
Oh, this around
So
here is some kind of
sweet.
yarn that's really
Yeah.
hard to do with, but and it's decoupage, and that sucker's hard.
Nice.
But they make great journals. Just
So here's a
they got about
flow
$2
card
in it.
from
Ooh,
the mystical shaman deck.
Oh,
Oh,
beautiful.
that's pretty.
Yes.
that's
She looks like
beautiful.
controlling the flow.
Mhm. Yeah, controlling it, right? That's
That's
the
a hard
objective
one.
of not trying to control it and just allow it to be there.
Yeah. I'm still learning how to just surrender and allow, because I keep getting hung up on, oh, I got to do the work. I got to do the work. I got to take the inspired action. And
Yes.
after that, it's like, okay, I got to keep obsessing. If I let this go, part of me is like, what if it stops manifesting because I let it go? But then I realize, no, that's actually not how it works. It's when we allow ourselves to stop worrying, we allow life to just flow. I think it does make things a lot easier.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'm still learning how to do it though.
Being adaptable. I used to be a psych
Yes.
major, and the first thing they taught us in basic childhood behavior was the first thing you learn is to be adaptable.
Mhm.
You
Mm.
don't learn that, you end up with you become psychopaths and things like that. So you
Wow.
have to be adaptable, which is scary because that's how we get molded and things get shut down, and because people adapting us when we're little.
But we do
They-
have to allow the
Once
mind to be flexible.
Yes, well, once we overcome the programming that we've received when we were children, then we're able to understand flow
Yes.
better because then it wasn't about anything but allowing your parent to tell you what to do, right?
Exactly.
Because you
Getting
didn't
their
really
approval.
think about it, right? Nothing. Go to school, get up, eat, wash your butt.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. And really go to sleep when they send you to bed.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And actually still sleep, not just stay up reading like I did.
Yeah. Under the covers with the flashlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
think
after all of
okay.
that, then we can, then you have your own ability to create your own flow wherever that takes
Yeah.
you, wherever you want to go,
Mhm.
whatever you create. That's
So
When, yeah.
exciting.
What I like to use for an example of flow that is a really basic one for people to understand is water and air.
Mhm.
Then what happens when either one of those stands still? Nothing really much can really survive for very long.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, and they are definitely always flowing,
Hmm.
always flowing.
I think one of the things that helps with flow as well is meditation, because
Absolutely.
this allows us to put us into that state to learn how to surrender and to let go. And for those that don't have any type of meditation practice, I think it's something good. It doesn't have to be a very long time. People think meditation, oh, I have to do 30 minutes to an hour or somewhere along. Meditation can be about 5-10 minutes. The key is the consistency of it. And once you begin that, again, it's like just allowing the mind to relax, because we all get that monkey mind, right? It comes up for me big time when I'm meditating. Just like, oh, did you do the laundry? And you got to go to the grocery store and all these little things. And so it's like, okay, I acknowledge them, I breathe through it, and then I let it go, getting back into that flow, right, of letting go.
Mhm.
And it's a beautiful practice. So I strongly urge people, this is what's going to help you in your life and helping you get into that state of flow, of learning to let go and being at peace with yourself, be in peace and be in that, get quiet. And meditation can be going out for a walk. It could be sitting in your home, like, I have my cup of tea here, just looking out the window, just sipping quietly a cup of tea. Let the
Mhm.
thoughts just kind of go through you. Don't engage them. You can acknowledge them. There's a difference. You can acknowledge them, but don't get into it with them. Don't engage them. Just send them along their way, and then go back into that space.
Yeah.
And finding a spot. Usually for me, I like to work with the heart chakra. Just opening up that space there and allowing things just to flow. Yeah.
Rachel, I like what she's saying here. When she's doing art, she gets so hyper focused on it that she becomes one with her piece that she's working on. She makes really cool, she makes carvings out of wood. She's really
Beautiful.
into the Norse traditions and Norse gods and stuff.
Oh,
So.
yes, I have an auntie who does that kind of stuff. She likes to carve little elves and stuff like that out of wood.
Oh, and she does
Yeah.
Odin and all of them. She's really into it,
Oh,
and they're
cute.
really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
awesome.
I
You
love
know,
that.
I like what Rachel said also about the hyper focus. This is actually my fiance I'm using, for example. He's like a real sports guy, and when he was younger, he did a lot of football, a lot of basketball, and he said that he would sometimes, it was almost like time would just kind of stop
Mm-hmm.
and lose the track of time, and it's almost like it was just very instinctual. It was like he just was so focused, and he knew what he was supposed to be doing and how he was going to do it, and he didn't really think about anything else. Like there was nothing else going on. It was just he was existing, and that's what he was doing in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course, something would kind of bring him back to earth, and he'd be like, "Oh wow, how many minutes have passed? What were we doing?" So
Well,
I think that's
kind of
probably
like,
a really common way in which people experience flow without even realizing it.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
Well, and here's another kind of a complicated hyper focus in a way. Native American hunters, they would follow the herd, but one animal, their tracks would be the one.
Mhm.
It would be the one that they would
Mhm.
hunt, because that animal was the chosen one to sacrifice,
Mm.
to give its life for them. So that always gives me goosebumps when I think of that, because
Mhm.
that is a flow between Gaia, between the animal saying, "Here I am. If you can catch me, here I am." That's adaptable. Holy crap. I think as I'm having that thought, I'm going, whew, that gave me goosebumps. But no, yeah, flowing water and listening, if you really like the sound of water, because that'll help you also get into flow.
Mhm.
Um, Heather Indigo was saying she misses having flowing water in her home. I bought, actually, I went to a thrift store and I got a great big old bread bowl. Some lady had been making her bread in for years and years and years. I put a small fish tank pump in the bottom of it, threw a bunch of rocks in there, and made a fountain.
Oh, very
And
nice.
all it cost me was for the little fish pump, and you can get one for like a little 3-gallon tank, and it'll just bubble and make lovely sounds.
I love that idea. That's fantastic.
And, like we collect our crystals and you go to Baja, you get your shells.
Yeah.
You can. I don't know what why do you, Indigo? Why do you not have flowing water in your home?
I know she's in the midst of trying to move, so I'm not sure if that has something to
Oh,
do with
yeah.
it. Maybe.
okay.
Maybe. Oh, yes.
I was
Rachel has a turtle in her room where she meditates. a living,
Aw.
her pet turtle.
Oh,
Her pet turtle's name is Gaia.
Oh wow, of
wow.
course.
Very
She has
nice.
a cat
So
named
great.
Spirit. She has a cat named Spirit and a cat named Clarity. And her dog's name is Crosby.
My dog's
Super
name is
cute.
Goose. And Goose and Lulu. Goose and Lulu.
I love it. And I have Aloe and Willow.
Oh, I like that. I love Willow. Very
I
pretty.
do
And Willow's a
too.
boy. So I call him Willie because
Oh, okay.
he doesn't look like anything delicate like a weeping willow. Weeping willow. They're half Maine Coon, so he's like 27 pounds.
Wow.
Wow.
I used to make a lot of willow wands because that
I
wood
love
is so beautiful.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
So beautiful and soft.
Mhm.
You
And
know,
in
living
some
in
areas,
Arizona.
it's really easy to find.
Yeah. I used to have one in my front yard until it died and then they cut it down. So.
Oh,
Oh, and they're my favorite tree. I love weeping willows. But
oh, I
know,
do
didn't
too.
call them
I
weeping
love those.
willows.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
used to
talk
think it
about flow. When the wind is blowing, it sounds like
it
the
does.
water.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's the best. That's
Yes.
the best suit sign for flow is the weeping willow.
Well, you know, I also like to be in the forest, in the tall trees
Yeah.
when the wind is blowing, but not when it's a strong wind. Oh my gosh, that's scary. But yes. Hi, Greeter. Welcome. Yeah. Because of the sound
Yeah.
of the trees. Well, I hear trees anyway. I can't be anywhere near a living tree being cut down because I hear it scream.
I think the other thing that helps with flow, and Sienna was talking about it as far as being focused and getting that certain kind of focus, it's all about being present, being in the present moment, right? That allows us to be in flow because when we're so concerned about what's happened in the past or we're thinking and worrying about the future, we're not enjoying, we're missing everything that's happening right now in this moment because the present moment is all we have, right?
Yeah.
So it's when we allow ourselves to be present and to be focused of what it is that we're doing, then that allows the flow to happen as well.
Yeah, that is a huge brick in the wall when you're still 10 minutes ago back where you were thinking about, oh, I did that, oh, I hate that, or I did that, I hate that person, or whatever. It's like you're not in this moment, you're back there, and that doesn't really help you because it's already over.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and every time you go back there and you feel that, it's happening to you again.
Yeah, you're just putting yourself through it over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you don't let things go, that's why forgiveness is so, so important.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I
Always.
actually have one little exercise I can share if everyone that can help with that, with being in the present moment. And it's called expanded awareness. So if you allow yourself to find something on a wall, whether it's a picture or a dot or something along that, and you just keep your eyes completely on that. I'll use my little dot on my camera here. So I'm looking right at everyone. So I have my center there, and then just allow yourself to kind of open up. You know how your mom used to say, well, I have eyes at the back of my head. just imagine kind of your eyes going out this way and you're scanning and you're going out. And as you allow yourself, and you might just be able to go out this far, and that's fine. You know, as the more you practice, the more you'll be able to expand and go out. But what this exercise does is that when you're out here in this space of expanded awareness, and you want to think of a problem or something that's been bugging you, you'll notice you won't be able to access it. So when you're here and you expand out, it's like you almost feel like an untouchable, really. It's like the problem or whatever, you don't feel it. So it's allowing yourself to be present. It allows you to get into that state of flow, and you just kind of expand out. And the more you get to expand out, the easier it becomes. And what I love about this as well is when I'm stressed or feeling, just having a crappy day, right? It just going into that expanded awareness, and it really just helps to soothe the soul. So give it a try next time.
Oh, that sounds great.
That works.
You know, that's one thing, people also want to know, how do you know when you're out of flow?
Oh, that's
And
easy for me.
it's easy for me too. There's 3 words that come to mind. Actually,
Broke
4.
my toe.
Yeah. There's 4 words. Number 1 is ego.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the result.
Mhm.
But what has happened to you is when you're out of flow, fear hits you,
Yes.
worry hits you, and then doubt just invades.
Yep.
And getting out of that is where it takes meditation and faith and being adaptable.
Mhm.
And that happens to everybody.
Mm.
Because if you don't go into those places that you don't really want to look at, you're going to stay where you're at. You're not going to move forward. You're not going to learn what that trauma or crisis or whatever that happened to you. You're not going to learn from it unless you look at it.
Mhm.
And I mean, look at it with your heart. Look at
Mhm.
it.
And allow it to be
And
healed.
then let it go.
Yes. Yeah.
So I don't know. Sienna, I know you're a medium. Are you a medium as well, Sonia?
I'm a developing medium.
Okay. And
Ooh.
so I'm not a medium.
I don't
I mean, I
profess
don't
to
call
be, but I
myself
get
a medium.
visions.
I don't use the word, I've taken classes and it's just something that opened up to me. So it's not, I provide a lot of services, but that's not particularly a service that I provide. I'm not there yet, but if mediumship comes into the reading, then it comes into the reading. I'm not stopping it, or with the, the healing work
Yeah.
that
So
I
I
do.
was going to
So,
ask if you're doing mediumship, as far as flow is concerned, when you feel like you're in the flow and then some spirit or somebody jumps into your consciousness, it's like, does it stop you? Or, I mean, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with spirits who sort of just pop into your day like that? And
Sometimes
I'm in the flow, I'm going, yeah.
Sometimes that happens. What I like to do though before a meditation or before I go to sleep or just kind of throughout my day, I make sure to set the intention that I only want to communicate with the people that I want to communicate with
mhm.
or, that I give consent to. And most of the time that seems to work. I don't actually struggle with that a whole lot. Sometimes during a Reiki session for someone, I might have like one of their loved ones or usually one of their guides might come in and really have something to say. But it doesn't necessarily interrupt the flow or anything. And if it does, usually I might address it. Like I might say to the client, like, hey, there's somebody who wants to come in. Is it okay if I, relay a message from them?
Yeah.
And we just get it out of the way and usually it stops being a problem. Or sometimes I just remind myself, oh yeah, I set that boundary. No, you can't come in. Come back, back later or whatever,
Mhm.
another time. But I'm very fortunate in the way that it doesn't seem to interfere too badly with my work.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I first, developed this gift, it was like, I felt like open season.
Oh my God.
And I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, whoa, 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 whoa. But since then, I've set up pretty strong boundaries. And,
That's what happened with me too.
yeah. I have a gatekeeper. My grandmother's the gatekeeper. So I ask her to open the door when I'm ready to, if I want to bring people in, then that's how I do it. So she opens and closes my gate, the door, kind of like your open sign, you put on that you're open or you're not.
Yep.
And since then, I haven't really had spirits just come and talk to me, or I may sense the energy, but I don't really engage unless I really want to. So that's how I've worked with it. And it's been good for me so far since I've set that boundary.
Yeah, that's a really important step that a lot of people don't realize is so important until they are overwhelmed with energy or like, oh, it got exhausting.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, it's a spirit. Oh my gosh, it's somebody who can hear me. Let's chat.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's like it's 4 a.m.
Right.
There's no time here.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
usually with me, it was during the day. I'm working.
No,
I
the
don't-
one that I definitely said no. I had once a spirit tap me, was tapping me, and I could feel it on my foot. And I was like, okay, you know what? We're not doing the touching thing. I will listen, but I'm not doing the touching thing. So that I can't
There you
do.
go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I never had it happen again. So
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Nope, not the tapping. Nope.
yep, no.
No.
And you did it, and you told
Especially
them
not when you're-
kindly.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you're not expecting it either.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And because you told the spirit kindly, they
Yeah.
honored you.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But if you would
Mm-hmm.
have challenged the spirit and said, "Stop that," they would have been, "Pinch that toe."
Yeah. Well, you said I couldn't poke or tap, so I'm gonna just pinch.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
How about I slam a few doors? How about I turn on a few lights?
Yeah, we don't need to
Oh,
do all
walk
that.
on
We know
your
you're here. We don't need all the drama, right?
The thing
Oh, yeah.
that I
Well, I
will be
gotta
moving
keep
out of
putting
my
my
house.
laundry
now.
away, kind of a thing.
Manasa says her Uncle Junie is her
Oh, okay.
gatekeeper.
Oh.
Very nice.
And as I'm
Mhm.
listening to you guys talking, I don't consider myself a medium, but I do get psychic visions.
Hmm.
And I'm listening to you guys talking. My grandmother on Lionsgate portal came through to be my
Oh.
spirit guide right now. And I've been wondering what and why now? Because I've talked to her my whole life, why
Yeah.
now? And she just told me because I'm going to be learning my mediumship.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay.
So she's there she's going to be my gatekeeper. She had she was a hillbilly healer in
Oh.
Kentucky.
Was that her name?
No, but that people came from all over the
That's a pretty
place.
cool name.
She was a hillbilly healer, and that people came from all over the place for her healing. And she
Mm.
herbs and she talked. I have some of her remedies written down, and she called I guess it was gallstones. She called it gravel. Gravel. And
Probably
she'd
felt
make
like gravel.
she'd have you drink like a quarter of a cup of vegetable. Well, in those days, I think it was olive oil, whatever oil they were cooking with.
Hmm.
And that makes you, if you do that, that's medical science will tell you that makes you pass them. It
Yep.
hurts
Mm.
bad. But hey,
Like
that was
Drano.
back in the day when people had to pass the crisis in their illness because
Yeah.
they didn't have antibiotics and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, my grandma was there. We're talking 100 years ago, 150 years ago. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
You did what
64.
you said.
Yeah. So, but everyone in my family, I grew up in a Southern Baptist
Hmm.
family
Mhm.
that are of the you shouldn't dance kind of people. So I don't fit in anymore. That's why I say I have family now. I
Mhm.
pick my family because my family wants nothing to do with me.
Mm.
Mm.
It's just
It's okay.
that'll
do
that'll
adaption,
take you
but
that'll
it's okay.
take you out of the flow. Having family problems, that takes you out of the flow.
Exactly.
Well, yeah,
As a
being
matter-
surrounded by all that conflicting energy. Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, Sonia Rain Lee, you had Bright Angel or Bright Opal was on your
Mhm.
show one time. And I asked you guys to read for me because my family had just checked on me for the first time in 6 years.
Oh, I remember that vaguely. Yes.
And I was like shaking inside. I was so scared. What do they want? What are they up to? They never contacted me all during shutdown at all.
Right.
Mhm.
And I thought, what the heck? And you guys both told me it's an act of love, but be cautious.
Mhm.
Think it through before you act. So I slept on it. I calmed down. And the next day it hit me. They were wanting to know. They didn't intend on ever talking to me. They just wanted to drive by, see if the house was empty. In case I died of COVID, they could try to get my house.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Because you guys told me it had to do with money.
Yeah.
And that what came through so clear. I was like, wow.
Wow.
Hmm.
Well, that's why it is important. Family is just a term of, yes, you have your immediate family, but your family, home is what you make it, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
and you want to have that good energy. And I've done talks about it's important of who you surround yourself with.
Exactly.
Because that is going to propel you. You want people that are there to support you, to love you. People, of course, you have to be your number one cheerleader, right? You can't
Yes.
rely on other people to do that for
You
You
you.
have
have
to
to be your
validate
family
yourself.
too.
You have to validate yourself, but
Mhm.
you also want this team around you that are going to uplift you and help you feel like you're in that flow. It feels good, right? When you get with friends, or even if it is family, whoever it is, when you're out and you're having a great time, laughing, smiling, it feels wonderful. And that's how you want to feel. That's how you want to be. So it's important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. See, when that happened to me, that was the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And it just like whoom, shut my Thanksgiving right down.
You
Mm.
I
just gotta
cried
be
that whole
careful who
next day.
you allow in your boat.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
and you know what? And in my boat, I had only one oar. So I was, you know, you try to go in a canoe, paddling on one side, you kind of go around in circles. So yeah, it was like, no. So then I made the decision to close them out because they don't really care.
Yeah.
They saw the money and that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I've been through all the stuff we've been going on politically. I've gotten really good at shutting people who are totally focused on money out. I don't have nothing, I don't have anything to do with people like that anymore. And we've been
Yeah.
all so hurt by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but no, back to the flow. And that really it didn't just pull me out of flow. It stopped it. Just
Mm.
and my grandma was like, Katie, this is the way they are about me. They never talk about her.
Hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think a big dose of forgiveness, for, not for them, but for you.
Yeah.
Because forgiveness is always for yourself, right?
Absolutely.
You forgive other people, but it just because you don't want to have that on your heart. You don't want to have
Yes.
that negativity in your energy, and you want to let go of all of that. That's what keeps you in the flow, is
Mhm.
forgiving the things that people do, because people are people and humans do
And we're
crazy, bad, fat crap
and
Yeah.
we're
stuff.
all a mess. The whole reason we're here, we signed that contract to come here and be a mess, to learn how to fix it. You know, to learn how, oh, that's how human will works.
Mhm. Mhm.
But we're all animals. We don't know. Sometimes, we think we know, but we don't know what we don't know. And you
Until
don't
we
know
know
it
it.
till you know it.
And we've
Right.
got to start being kinder to ourselves when we really are doing the best we can with the information that we're
Yeah.
given.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So true.
You know,
Yeah.
we all have our goals. We're like, you're going to learn to be a medium. You want to do this. You want to do that. And you're going to learn tarot. And you're going to learn Lenormand. And you're going to go up and up and up and learn so much. Stop. Breathe. Because you don't need to seek that out.
Yeah.
When you're ready, your teacher will find you.
It's that
Absolutely.
ho up that prayer, the Ho'oponopono.
Ho'oponopono.
Hopopono.
Yeah.
Hopopono.
I
Mhm.
I use that all the time. I mean, I
Yeah.
use it when
Cute.
I'm doing Reiki on people as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will use it for that as well, because I think that always clears me out.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
I don't know how it does it, but it always clears me out. So I use it a lot. I use it, when I'm feeling really stressed out, and it really grounds me and helps me. And then I go outside, stand in barefoot, stand on the grass, stand on the ground, do my breathing exercises, and that puts me back into flow and
Yeah.
can go. Or, if I'm really stressed out, you can lie down on the ground, spread eagle. It just really just invites good energy from Mama Earth back into your.
You're literally connecting to the magnetic field.
Yeah.
Do that.
Well, the stretch probably feels good too.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's just great all around.
Yeah. Even if your grass is wet.
Yeah, just so long
we
as
have
it's not the
snow.
poopy or the pee wet.
So you snow angels.
I actually have a Ho'oponopono song that I sing, and
Oh,
that helps
really?
to, yeah, it's such a
Oh.
beautiful song, and it just helps to ground. And there's so many different things that we can do, right? And I love those that you shared, Tony, because those are a lot that I love to do. I try to make a point to go outside when I go to, and I'm in Hollywood, guys. I'm like right in the city, so I got to make my own little thing. So I walk to the mailbox in my bare feet to get my mail, just so I can feel that connection to Mother Earth. And I do have a canyon that's not too far, so some days I'm trying to get back into getting more of a regular routine of going, but I had to push myself to get outside because this quarantine thing, let me tell you,
Yeah.
I got very cozy being here and not going anywhere.
I got to the point where I've been a little concerned about agoraphobia.
Gary Champion said I was a recluse.
When everybody went into shutdown, because I am on disability and I stay home all the time anyway, pretty much.
Mhm.
But if I want to go somewhere, I get on the bus and go. Well, when lockdown happened, all I could think of was, welcome to my life, everyone.
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess there's some people, they're like, this is Tuesday.
Yeah.
No.
I just, I find things. Someone asked me one time, oh, it was a doctor. What do you do with your time? I make notebooks. I'm going to learn resin.
You make gummies.
I keep my hands. I have arthritis in my hands so bad from my arts and crafts. And I used to refinish furniture. I used to do tile mosaics where you break up the tiles and I would use pieces of marble and not just ceramic tile. So I have arthritis in my hand right here, which makes it lovely when you're shuffling.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of this.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's like, oh, my poor hand. But yeah, when I'm flowing in my creativity, I've got a million, like you see right here, I have a big thing right here. That's a million projects that I've got started.
What's the one that you have to do for me, like the gummies?
Oh, wow. You want to talk gummies? We could talk gummies all you want. I just made some the day before yesterday. My back was hurting so bad. I needed something for pain. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I have this big syringe of distillate and
Ooh.
I'm going to go make me some gummies. And I had already had all the stuff for the gummies. I made Starburst, blue, raspberry, and then lime. I added just a little lime to make it.
Wow. Katie, you are filled with so many
Good.
talents. I'm like,
And
wow.
the batch made 75. I have lots and lots of gummies, but obviously my back's not bothering me.
There we go.
And you guys, all three of you know that I grow. So
Mhm.
yeah, well, everybody knows I don't hide that. It's legal for me to do it. Why hide it?
Horticulture.
It's legal.
Plus, I'm controlling my medicine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything, including the love, the carbon monoxide. Yeah, the carbon dioxide.
Not the monoxide, please.
Like,
The
I hope you know
carbon
talking about
dioxide.
carbon monoxide.
I even have a Gaia statue in there. I have quartz crystal. I have a rose quartz in there. I mean, that room is just, and it's all lined with Mylar security
Oh, yeah.
emergency blankets. You can get 10 of them for $9, and they just lined this little bathroom just perfect. I don't even use this bathroom, so it made a perfect little grow room.
Great house.
Like
That's
walking
perfect.
into the House of Mirrors, though, and it's really bright.
Well, I'm a big advocate for plant medicines. So
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Mhm.
one thing I wanted to say too is about flow is that if you try qigong or
Tai Chi.
Mm.
or tai chi or something that
Yes.
allows you to really feel the energy
Mhm.
flowing, and it just sort of allows you to go with that flow. It teaches you how to just move with the flow of it all, and I
That is
love
something I've always wanted to do and
Mm.
intend on
Yes.
doing. I need to
so
Yeah,
get
I've
into
always
it.
wanted to learn that too.
If you do Tai Chi and you don't keep in the flow, you get sore as hell.
Oh yeah, I imagine.
It's like cross country skiing the first time.
Wow.
It's like your hair hurts. So okay, so you gotta go with you just
I
have to learn not to push it.
don't think
And
I've
you have
had
to
my
do it
hair
when you wanna
hurt
do them.
before, so that's interesting, Katie.
What, your hair hurting?
Yeah, like, ow.
It makes you think of having a bun or a ponytail all day and then
Yeah, something
taking it
pulled too
And
out.
then
tight.
pull it
yeah,
out.
yeah.
And then your hair goes down. It's like, oh,
Oh, then the
Yeah.
first thing
Yeah.
you do is go to your
Yeah.
head. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Well,
funny.
I've had because the women in my family have the pattern baldness thing. My-
Two in my family
I'm
too.
glad my mother's not watching. I was gonna say because she's bald right here, right? So sometimes when I feel like a little tingling up here, I go, "Oh no!"
Oh.
Massage. Massage.
Right?
That's cute.
So yeah, that takes
Um,
me out of flow a little bit.
yeah. That's so funny.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Oh, and I'm noticing we're getting close to being here an hour. And
Wow, that was fast.
it goes
It
really
was
quick.
fast.
It's
that's
this
kind of what happens. We're flowing.
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of curious what everybody does that makes them feel like they're in flow
I
Mm.
am too.
in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
What is like one thing that you do that feels really good that you know that you're in the flow? I like what Manasa had wrote that forgiveness is flow. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Tony, because it's so important if we're holding on to those feelings and not wanting to forgive. It just
Mhm.
Yeah.
more resistance. More
Yeah, and
resistance.
it only hurts you because it keeps
Yep.
you out of that, place. It
Yeah.
doesn't your heart is not whole if your emotions are hurt or anger or whatever that stuff. It just it
Mhm.
hurts that chakra area right there. It kind of puts it out of
Absolutely.
balance. So
I always
Thank
say
you,
that
Manasa, for
forgiveness
coming.
forgiveness
Manasa, as
is
a
the
matter of
best
fact, says
gift.
she's going to leave. So
Bye,
thank
Yeah.
you,
Manasa.
sweetie. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say something. I didn't mean
Mhm.
to interrupt about what Manasa says about forgiveness is flow. That also goes back to you've got to let it go. If you can't forgive, you're going to stagnate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and the
And I
first
was just
person
saying
that you
forgiveness is
have
the
to
best
forgive is
gift.
you.
Yeah.
It's the best gift you give yourself. It's for
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's allowing life to move forward
Exactly.
Oh, I
without
like that.
fighting it.
Because
Yeah.
people think that you're forgiving someone is giving them
It doesn't validate what they
pardon.
did.
You're giving them a pardon. No.
It doesn't
You're
mean you
not
forget.
condoning action. You're
Right.
It doesn't mean you forget. It just means
Mhm.
that you're consciously letting it go.
Right.
right. And that
And it doesn't mean you reconcile necessarily either. It just means you're able to move forward.
Yeah.
with
Yes.
me it's
Mhm.
I don't like what you did, but I still
Yeah.
love you. And then I
Mhm.
can let it go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do when it comes to family.
Because who of us has not done something and had to go, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that I did that," you know? So you have to give that other person the benefit of the doubt that they may not have known that they were hurting you. Maybe they were on purpose, but
Yes.
whatever, whether they were doing it on purpose or not, You just have to let it go. And the karma that they sort of are building up, if that is the case, if they were doing it to hurt you, that's on them. It's
That's
not
them.
on you.
That's
It's
their
always-
journey.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
it's
their
always
karma, not mine.
Mm-hmm.
And Rachel says she meditates, does art. She talks to me. We talk all the time. Well, she talks to me on her way to work a lot. She's in Milwaukee.
Oh,
And
okay.
so yeah,
Milwaukee. I was born in the Midwest in Chicago, so
yeah. She works
Ah.
at one of the breweries, and so driving to work can be kind of interesting. So we'll talk on the phone and stuff.
don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive.
No, she don't do that.
Good
She's
idea.
driving to work. She's the one who's telling everybody else. No, 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 no. Oh, that's a good one too. I stop projecting expectations onto people and accept that they are doing the best they can in the moment. And sometimes you just have to walk away.
So true. Yeah.
Totally.
Mhm.
Sometimes you just have to walk away.
Yes.
And you can't control what other people do. So, you know, even if
Absolutely
somebody did something horrible, it's like, well, that wasn't my fault. I can't control that they did that.
Mhm.
All I can do is move forward the best I can and, you know, try to have the forgiveness because that helps myself move forward.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Exactly.
You can just control your actions and how you're going to react to it. That's
And-
another
and
thing that keeps you
it's
into
what
flow,
did I
right? Your
learn?
reactions.
Yeah. And it's like,
Yes.
what did I learn from that experience? What did I learn about my self-worth? What did I learn about, you know, things to look out for in the future, stuff like that. There's
Mhm.
always at least some kind of wisdom that can be found
Mm-hmm.
in something like that. But forgiveness is what makes that much easier.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I always say, show me what I need to see, teach me what I need to learn, help me find the God in me. And
Oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
yeah.
Mhm.
And I've been asking, and I did a ceremony back around Halloween. Tony, I talked to Tony about it just before, and because it'd been a lot of years since I'd done anything like that, and I got the clarity of the hawk, the speed of the eagle, and the wisdom of the owl.
Oh
Mm.
wow.
Wow, beautiful.
You triple
And you know what
threat.
they
You got a
told me?
triple threat.
Oh man, you know what they told me? None of this shit matters. And they're right. It really doesn't.
Don't take yourself so seriously.
Yeah.
Shit matters. I had Cougar tell me that. I mean, literally tell me that. I was at the Arizona Sonora Desert Museum, which is like a natural history museum, but all the animals are alive. And it's all the animals that live here in the Sonora Desert. So we have a mountain lion that's a rescue. His story is very sad, but he's like Tucson's mascot. We love that
Aw.
cat. Well, I was there taking a friend, and she had to make a phone call. So I just walked up to, there's a big like portal where you can walk up to where he likes to lay on this rock in big, thick plexiglass, you know. And you can walk up, you're within 10 feet of him. That close to a cougar. And kid you not, he would eat your head. I put my hand, he was just laying there being really cool, and there was no one around me. So I put my hand on the window and I went, wow, you're gorgeous. And he says, you're an idiot. I couldn't put my hand down. I was like, what? And then he yawned. He says, yeah, I'm talking to you. You've always been able to hear us. You just didn't know it. You're an idiot. You need to start using it. And then he turned
Interesting.
around and laid the other direction. I pulled my hand away. The tears were streaming down my cheek. People had come up behind me, come and gone, left. I didn't even know it. His trainer was standing off to the side, and I'm like shaking. She went, he talked to you, didn't he? I was like, yeah. She says, he does that to me all the time.
Wow.
I could not. So it's like now with my cats, animals, all that. That's what started me on the path of needing to do the ceremony for clarity and all that.
That's beautiful. Great story. I love that.
It just, oh man, as I tell it now, it makes me, whew, really lightheaded, just like throws me up in the air. Just amazing. And he was gorgeous. They found him in San Jose in someone's backyard. They had stolen him as a kitten. He was a
Aw.
full-grown male in a cage, and he weighed 69 pounds.
Oh,
Wow. Poor baby.
He was on the verge of death, and they couldn't. He was so bad they were having a hard time placing him somewhere. So we took him, and his fur glows. He's so beautiful now. He's just gorgeous. So, yeah, that's a good in the flow. But I thought to kind of close this out that I would take us on a meditation
Okay. Love that.
to go into flow. First of all, if you're driving, pull over, because first off, it's hard to drive with your eyes closed.
I'm going to turn my camera off so I can enjoy this.
Okay, that's fine. Everybody, as much as you want, find a quiet place. We're going to take you through some breathing. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Release it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you have calmed and you are quiet, we're going to go for a little walk. In this walk, you will see things that will invite you. Listen to my voice. Follow the story. See a path before you. It's a lovely path. It takes you to rolling hills that are covered with tall grass and wildflowers. There's butterflies and birds. And as you look closer, you notice there's a creek that goes kind of meandering in between a couple of these hills. And near that creek is a tree. Let's see what we can do about walking through that grass. Let's get to that tree. So as you're walking through the grass, you feel that grass is hitting your elbows. Wow, that grass is tall, but the flowers just coax you on. And like a child walking and running through the meadow, you start to grab the tops of the grass as the seed pods come out in your hands. Before you know it, you look up and there's the tree. And you hear the creek. After this walk up the hill, you're a little tired. Let's have a seat. As a matter of fact, take your shoes and socks off. Dig those toes down in that dirt. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. See if you can reach the roots of this giant, giant oak tree. Like the kind that grow in the plantations in the South. As you're up next to this tree and you feel the roughness next to your back, it's like you're becoming swallowed into its trunk. And you feel the juices, all of the nutrients, the water that feeds that tree and those leaves out on the edges. When those leaves are reaching at their strongest point, you become one of the leaves. And it breaks. And it's released. And it slowly tumbles down, down, down. And it lands in the creek, on the surface of the water. You are the leaf. Notice how, as you go around ripples near rocks, that leaf gets bashed and battered and changed in appearance, but its structure remains the same. So you become adaptable and you give and you go and flow on the water, just like you're bending and becoming one with this water. This ride, as you're bumping into rocks and becoming changed, is a bit of a tough one. So you see, as the water gets wider, you're coming into a river, but there's a rock, and you head for that big rock. Behind that rock, the water is calm. It is an eddy. It is a quiet place to rest. So you sit there, it slowly spins, but never really goes anywhere, except for the outer edges will continue on down. So you stay to the outer edge. You're the leaf. You're floating on out of the eddy. You're rested. You're cooled. You're refreshed. And as you move on, you feel the warmth beneath you. And you've stopped. You're on the sand. The warmth of the sun is radiating up from the sand into you. You have reached the ocean. You have become a permanent part of flow. Breathe this in. Breathe that feeling in. That feeling of freedom. There's no weight. You're perfectly at ease. You're secure. You are becoming one of something huge, bigger than any of your journey. Breathe. Breathe. Now I'm bringing you back to the tree where your shoes and socks are. It's up to you if you want to put them back on or not. We're going to walk through the grass and we're going to come back. You can open your eyes as you walk through the gate. Turn around and say thank you to the tree for showing you what it means to be in the flow. Open your eyes.
That was really nice.
That was
Thank you.
lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
That's what it
Yeah.
feels like. That just never ending. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so many people search for that, and they search, in substances and so many ways, and it's just that simple to achieve.
Mhm.
It really is. It just takes a focus and a moment to step back and act, not react.
Mm.
Because when you react, you step out of flow.
Yes. Mhm.
I thank you, everyone. This has been wonderful.
Thank you, Katie. It has.
Thanks for
Truly
having us.
appreciate talking of this with you lovely ladies. Thank you.
You
Thank
all
you.
three of you are wonderful. Thank you so much for honoring me, for coming. And you have an open invitation Anytime I'm live, just say, "Hey, I'm here," and I'll send you the link.
All right.
And once
I love
again, happy birthday
Oh, thank
to you.
Thank you
Well,
so
dang,
much.
Tony, if I know you sing that good, I would have let you
Yeah,
take
no
the whole
kidding.
song from the beginning.
Yeah.
Where was this the whole time?
Love it.
There it is.
Oh, and all the people that have come in that I haven't been able to say hi to. This conversation has been such a good conversation. Thank you for coming. I love you all so much. I have friends from several different communities in here, and I love it when they all come together.
Yeah.
I've got my Tarot Love community family. I've got my growers. I've got it's great. I've got Geekocidal Tendencies right there. I've known him for a long time, 4 or 5 years on YouTube. So when you've had channels and you shut them down, and then you come back, it's like an addiction, kind of. So this is my third try.
Well,
And
thank you so much for inviting me. It was so
This
great.
is really
Likewise.
nice.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
I
it.
respect all three of you so much. I watched Sienna since she started.
Oh, it's been a
So
long time. Yeah.
I remember when you got your first $100 super chat.
Yes. Almost cried a little bit.
I cried. I was like,
A little
"Oh,
bit.
she's so sweet. I gotta keep watching her." It's so cute.
She's the sweetest.
She is. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, all of you guys, I've been watching you for a long, long time. Sienna, I actually gave you a couple colors to add when you were painting on your glass door. When you're
Yes, I
painting,
remember this.
that I gave you. I can't remember what color I told you to get a shade darker or something. Anyway,
Yeah, I think I remember. Mhm.
on my next live stream, I keep promising this. I'm going to show you some of my real artwork. I am actually a pastel painter. And
And wait.
I was going to do it today, and I just thought of it when we were like 20 minutes. I'm like, oh, I should go get those down off the wall. But, oh, I need to wash the glass. It's like, nah, we'll wait till next week.
Preparation is everything.
It really is. Oh, my
Yes.
goodness. No, I painted the
Yeah.
Grand Canyon. I've painted. My favorite is a little Navajo girl. She's 3 years old. I painted her from the back of an Arizona Highways magazine. So I can't sell it because it's copyright protected.
Oh.
Okay.
So I may not even be able to show it here, but I'm going to. We'll see what happens. I get a claim. Hey, I've almost got shut down for music copyright in the past. So.
Yeah,
Oh my.
that one's tough.
Kaylee's telling you guys. Yeah, she's seen all of my paintings. She's like, see that little baby girl? That's my great grandbaby. I didn't have any
Aw.
kids, but they are mine.
Beautiful.
They're so sweet, such cuties. And Kaylee is like us. She's just learning tarot. I got her the Halloween. I got her the Halloween tarot cards. You know, Mr. Pumpkinhead, as Daddy Shay calls him, Mr. Pumpkinhead.
I don't read on him.
I don't either. You know what? We were talking about the
I don't want that energy near me.
Yeah.
No, you guys were talking about that
Yeah,
mediumship.
no.
I kind of thought that I was headed down that road, but I woke up one night at 2:00 in the morning, sitting straight up in bed, sweating. And I'm like, what in the hell? Where's this coming from? Not my energy. What is this? Where is this? It was before impeachment number 1. And I was picking him up. He was pacing back and forth, back and forth.
That's probably the grossest
No.
feeling.
Go away. I want nothing to do with politics. So now
And
I
then
don't
jumped
read on
right in the
politics.
shower.
Right.
It's like,
With bleach.
so I don't even want to read on politics because I'm afraid I'll invite that back. And I don't want that.
Yeah, no.
It's like, nuh-uh.
There's enough of that in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't need that in the middle of the night when I'm trying to sleep.
We need more uplifting. More uplifting
We're
content
past
now than I think.
past that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
the more we focus on it, the more light we, this is like
the more
it's
power we're
the
giving it.
catch-22. You want to shine light on it, but you also don't want to shine light on it because you don't want to give it any energy. So
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's and you've got people who are so scared and so worried, and they're coming to you for answers, and you're going, we need to focus on getting past it, not what happened in the past.
Yeah.
But we can't move forward until we know with clarity what happened in the past, because we can't change it if we don't know about it.
Yeah.
that is the catch-22.
Ooh, yes. So I read with rebel cards and kitty cat cards, and actually I want the happy tarot. Have you seen that one? They're little happy cartoons. They're really cute. It's like there's the old-fashioned cartoons from the newsreel, black and white 1930s. Have you seen that deck? That's a new deck. That just came out in
Nice.
November. That one looks like a lot of fun, because when I was a kid, I used to be really into those black and white cartoons, like Betty Boop and
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Betty Boop. Boop, boop.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. Good to see you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Great to be here.
Which
Thank
was
you.
banned? Somebody said something. Which is also banned? What? I missed a conversation. Faye, what are you saying, girl? Hey, so much has been banned. It's like, these guys with their books, their list of banned books. You know what that does? Makes explosion sale of those books, because people are going to have it in their private because they want their kids to read it. To Kill a Mockingbird. Give me a break.
Yeah.
How many times has that book been banned, though? Over since it was written. Yeah, Catch-22. Oh, Catch-22 was banned. Yeah. Anything that is going to be a question of the
Critical thinking.
Yeah.
causes critical thinking. Anything that's beyond the soundbite, it's got to go. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you very much.
All
Love
right.
you too,
Bye,
babe.
everyone.
Thanks for
Bye.
celebrating my birthday and all the wonderful birthday wishes.
Yes,
This has been the
enjoy.
best birthday ever. Normally it's like, it's another day. Today's been great. It's been a wonderful day all day. So,
Yay.
thank you.
It's not over yet.
No, heck no. I still got to eat dinner.
All right.
There
Make
you
it a
go.
good
Go
one.
do that.
I might do a DoorDash. We'll see what we get.
Ooh,
Pizza
good
sounds-
one.
Nice.
Right.
Ooh.
Pizza sounds really good.
That's it.
Oh, I suppose I could do a claim jumper, or I know, Cheesecake Factory.
Well,
Ah,
that's always a winner. Yeah.
Oh yeah. If I do nothing else, I just get some cheesecake. They'll deliver it. That's fine with me.
I think I've had a little bit too much cheesecake.
I need some.
Yeah.
Everybody, so many people gained weight over COVID and shut down and stuff, and I lost 10 pounds.
Whoa.
And I've been eating like a pig.
Okay, now you're just showing off.
Right.
But I don't eat very many dessert. I don't eat very many sweets because I have a terrible sweet tooth. If I could live on Little Debbie's those caramel cookie things that are kind of like Kit Kat bars, if I could live on those, I would. I kind of did, and it made me a diabetic.
Oh, that's not
But it
good.
also
We don't
made
want
me
that.
weigh-
No.
It also made me weigh 275 pounds too. So, and then you get where you don't eat much sugar, and you get that addiction out of you. That when you do eat it, it's
Yeah.
yuck. It's really
Well, I haven't gotten quite to that point yet.
well. That's like my back was hurting so bad yesterday before my live stream. I went and grabbed 6 gummies and before my live stream because I hurt so bad. But yeah, I don't eat candy very often, but that's medicine, man. And it helped. It helped.
Well, a little bit of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Right? Exactly.
No kidding. I love it. Well,
All right, sweetie.
anyway.
All right.
Okay.
And see you guys. Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone.
Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, and everybody, the information for these wonderful, beautiful ladies is in the description box. Please like and subscribe to them. Follow them. They are
Thank you.
wonderful. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Clicked in broadcast.